This is 4 different PDFs that are from a deal that I did. And you think to yourself, okay, how are we going to actually organize this and systematically make sure that it goes to the right places? What's up guys, Lewi here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a really exciting app that I have been using for the last couple weeks, and it's done some wonders for my organization inside of my computer. Now, before you switch off or go to sleep or think to yourself, Lewi, what's happening right now? How boring have you become to talk about this stuff? Well, let me tell you something. As a realtor, with the amount of files that I manage for my clients, this one app can automate all of that and make sure that all your files go to the right places at the right times, and you don't even have to worry about it. So now when you search for client emails or documents, as I'm going to show you today, you don't have to worry about if they're in the downloads folder or where did I put them, or I can't find this one contract here. It's all going to be in a systematic folder. I'm going to show you today how to build it out on an app called Hazel. So let's go ahead and dive in and I'll show you exactly what Hazel does. This is the interface right here. And basically you've got 3 columns just like this. The first column is for the folders that Hazel is going to do work inside on your behalf. The second column is the rules or the automations that you're going to tell it to do. And the third is where you build out these exact automations, and I'll talk you through one today. But let's paint a picture here. Let's paint a scenario. You have a client, a deal going on, and you're downloading all your files, right? You're signing contracts, you're doing all the other things. You download all the files and the PDFs for your client, and that's great. But what if you've got a couple deals on the go, or 3 to 5 deals on the go, or you're just a complete scatterbrain like me, and all of a sudden you can't find the files that you need to file, you need to re-download them. All of a sudden you've got files for your client on your computer that you didn't know about, it's just sitting there, and it's completely a mess. This is what this is going to do. So we're going to take you through a deal that I did recently, and what this looks like is just a few documents here in my drive, in my downloads. Just come to the right one here, one here, there we go. So this is 4 different PDFs that are from a deal that I did. Now don't worry about it, this is actually my house, so I'm not sharing any information that isn't mine to share. But these are 4 documents from that deal. And you think to yourself, okay, how are we going to actually organize this and systematically make sure that it goes to the right places? Well, here's how Hazel works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the left hand side and go to downloads folder. That's where those files are going to be downloaded to, right? If I get sent them, I can download them, but they'll go straight to my downloads folder. What we want to do is create a rule to make them go to a folder of our choice. So we're going to come here, we're going to click on new rule, and let's just title the address just like that. Now what we're going to say is inside the downloads folder, the rule is that if Hazel scours this folder and finds a file, and we're going to come down, and this is all the different types that you can say. You can say if you find something with this name or extension or date added or last modified or whatever it looks like. For us, we're going to come down to kind is PDF, because everything we download from the contracts is always a PDF in my case anyway. So if Hazel now goes into the downloads folder and sees a PDF, let's give it another rule. So we just come over here, click plus, and we say click. We're going to say this time contents, because what Hazel's going to do is going to scour inside all these documents and see if it can find what we are looking for. So if you think about this, inside of deals that we do, it's pretty cool because with real estate, there obviously is the street name that you can go off of, but there's also the filing name, which is the full legal parcel name of the property that's involved. And this is pretty hard to miss or to copy this or to, not find it if it's going to scour for it. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy this right here. And I'm going to say contents, contain, and then I'm going to paste this in. Now, what I just want to show you real quick is this. See how it's pasted in all in one word here? This is no bueno, because it needs to match up to what we're actually looking for. So let's go back into the document. And what you would want to do is go through this and just space it all out so it matches exactly the text that it says. So let me go ahead and do that, and you guys can take a quick little break. So now we have this in, okay? So we've put all the spacing in to the document the way it is. Now, the next thing I just want to do is give it one more match like this. And what you want to do is just make sure that this is working. So what I'm going to do is come up here and go to Preview Rule, click like this, and then you're going to find the document that you're using as an example. So let's click this, click in here, that's the one, open this, and it's going to test this. Okay, cool. The rule matches, and what we have now is these check marks saying, cool, this is going to work. So now what we've built out is Hazel's ability to go into the downloads folder and find any PDFs that have this matching in there. Now what we're going to do is say, okay, once you've found that, move it to the following matched file or folder. So we're going to say move it to, and we're going to build a new folder here. So maybe let's just put it on the desktop here just so you can see it. New folder, let's just say 5064 Valentia client folder. All right, you can call it whatever you want. You can put it wherever you want, does not matter. But that's the folder that now we're saying, hey, any document that comes in that matches this, send it to here. And now the rule is done and it's completely saved and this is ready to roll. So let me show you exactly how this works. Let me just continue this. I'm going to pull this over. I'm going to open up Finder as well. So you can see right here that this Valentia example has all of these 4 documents of this deal, just like this and here. So I'm going to go to save this rule and it's going to move these over. So click save, and what it'll start doing is scouring through the downloads folder. It's going to look for all this stuff and it's going to shoot it over to the folder of our choice. Okay, I just realized that I did something that messed this up. I put this in a folder in the downloads folder. So typically from a deal, you would just download these PDFs straight to the downloads folder, right? So I'm going to take them out of this folder and just put them straight into the downloads folder, right? Like this. So here they all are right here. Let me just delete that. And now, boom, look, they moved already. So now if I go to desktop and I go to that client folder, boom, these have been completely moved over to this folder. Now, one thing you might have noticed, if I click this, there's still one file missing. And why is that? Well, it doesn't have the lot number. This is just done by the address. So what we want to do is create another rule just to make sure, because some documents have the full legal parcel address on there. Some documents just have the name. Now, what you might say is, well, can't we just like add it in here? And technically, yes, you could add it in, but let me show you something. The options up here are, if all of the following conditions are met, then move this, okay? So if it's a PDF and if it has this inside, move it. Or you can go any. So if any of the following conditions are met, if it's a PDF or this, move it. What's going to happen there, guys? You know what's going to happen. Any PDF in the downloads folder is going to move over to where we're trying to get it to. We don't want that because it's going to be a mess. Or none. You can make none of these as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to duplicate this. Right click, duplicate. We'll just have a copy of this. And instead this time of the filing number, we will just paste in the actual address. And what I want you to look at real quick here, guys, is if I pull up the example, you want to make sure that it's the exact way that it's typed out on these contracts. So it's got 5064 Valentia Street, comma, space, Denver, comma, space, Colorado. It goes from there. And that's exactly the way we've put it in here. Now, we save that rule. Boom. What we might want to do is just preview this. Find it. Open. Let's see if this is matching. Yeah, so it is matching. We're good. And now it's moved. Boom. And if we go into desktop, client folder, it is there, right there. So that's how things move. Now, this is really cool, right? Really, really helps. But sometimes you might not want things to move just as quick as that. You might not want something to download and then go straight to the folder. You might want to have it download to the downloads folder, keep it in there for like a day and then move it. All you need to do there is add in a quick rule here. So you would say kind as PDF contains this, and then you would make another rule, and then you could say something like date added is not in the last 1 day. And now what that's going to do is it's going to let that document sit in the downloads folder for a day, and then it will automatically move it over to that folder to file it. So you might just want it in there in the downloads folder so you can chop and change, do different things with it, and then it will move over the next day. And that's the real beauty of Hazel. This app is phenomenal because it just moves things in the background. You only have to program it once, and then it starts to move things and automate things, and it's such a lifesaver. You can see the amount of things that I have inside of the downloads folder. Anything I download from Canva, it waits a day, then moves it into a specific folder, deletes files from like DMGs, video downloads, all these things that I don't have to really think about anymore, because you know what it's like when you download a bunch of things. For me as well, Zoom. All right, I want the Zoom folder after a day to move things over to different places, PDF downloads, screenshots, all this kind of stuff. So anything that you can imagine here in your computer, you can now start to automate those files to move. And there's so much more you can do with this program, and I'll get into more specific kind of higher level videos in the future, but I just wanted to show you Hazel as just a unit and how you can actually use it. Because now it doesn't matter if you're scatterbrained or if you're downloading things and you have to go, or you're in the office and you're trying to move quickly and you're like, whatever. It doesn't matter, because you don't have to rely on yourself to file things properly. It will just file itself. In the meantime, it's just like a personal assistant working inside of your computer for you. And the clarity and the peace of mind that it can give you is second to none. And I really, really love this for this specific example of clients. Keeping clients organized inside your computer is really what you should be doing in the first place, but it's hard for us to do sometimes because we're scatterbrained, because we're all over the place, because we're chasing deals, we're talking to clients, we're doing all our stuff. Sometimes it's hard to remember. So having this in the background as an assistant that does it is gold in my opinion. And like I said, you can purchase this app, you can do a free trial of it, but then it's a $42 charge and it's a one-time transaction, that's all. It just sits on your computer and it is awesome. It's such a cool piece of software. So if you want to look at this piece of software, you can come to the link. I'll drop it in the description below. I have no affiliation with this app at all or this company. It's just an amazing tool that I've started to use. You can do a free trial of it, and then to purchase it for life is $42. For me, $42 to have all your files, all your peace of mind like that. It's a no-brainer, guys. So I'll drop some more videos in the future about Hazel and how I'm using it for more strategic things in my business, and I'll talk about that at a later time. But if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and we'll be back with another video. Until then, take care.